Welcome to Deck of Tech. We are doing Act 3 now. If you haven't seen it, Act 1 and 2. Oh, if I can remember what save file we're doing. We're doing this one, right? Right here, Aquafile. Bam. Maybe I was screwing around with things. I don't remember. Alright, let's see if I can get my game sound up here. Act 3. We're just going with my most practiced team so that you can see the motions without me screwing up too much. Where we at Act 3, it costs gold to remove cards. So I want to go removing cards first. Man, that's a mile of Intimidates. We like to push forward. We like the Entrench. Got to upgrade this Entrench to the Fortify version. I think both Entrench and Push Forward are getting changes in the upcoming patches, but still likely to be playable, and it's just the order you get them might change. I do want Magnus to be about 5 cards that don't vanish. Give or take Inspire, whether or not I can get Fountain Pen on Cornelius. Fountain Pen on Cornelius. Look at that. Yes, it's better than this Burning Orb because Cornelius is our support, not our damage dealer. The Orb is really nice for helping him stack fire on bad guys, which will help with Holy Fires for Reginald. But I'd rather just give the team... This says once per turn, draw 5 cards. Right? Like... You draw a card, every one of your teammates draws a card, and then you draw another card. Yeah, it's fantastic. I'm just making sure I can afford everything I want and remove cards. Removing cards will be important, but I really only have to remove 4, so I should be able to buy everything. I'm just making sure. Normally, whatever. Mistakes were made. I hate making big decisions because there's no backsies here. I would like to upgrade the armor here, but that's not a big upgrade. Blackguard and Frostguard don't have a % resist on them, so I'm not likely to get them. I don't have anyone applying Dark, otherwise Yin Yang badge would be awesome. It's a seashell, whether I want that or not. I mean, yes, it's an upgrade, so yes, I'll take it. But it's not really the best use of my gold. Pets. Was someone missing a pet? Cornelius is missing a pet. Asmodee is probably worth the 700 gold. Let's just make sure I remove cards from my deck first, and then if I can still afford him, I'll go back for it. So, where are we at? Removing cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I could probably go down 1 repair armor. And we already discussed this in the last video because I have this intercept. So I could probably go down 1 of the repairs. I do like to keep the repairs. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Or I could go down the barricade. Now that I have push forward, barricade goes down a lot in value. Oh, I was going to switch this push forward, I think. So this looks kind of weird, but it's either I can give the team 1 speed and shield and myself 2 speed, or I can give the whole team 2 speed and just shield myself. Honestly, I think I'd rather just give my team just 1 speed. This isn't a team that I expect to go faster than the enemies on, but this plus fast does help kind of... I don't know. I'll sit on this one for a bit. There's reasons to go both. I don't really care about my team going ahead of everyone, but going ahead of everyone is nice. So if I kept the barricade, I'll keep the push forward to blue. If I don't keep the barricade, I'll put the push forward to yellow. But I do have Entrench, so that kind of makes me want to lean towards the blue. It's just what I want to do otherwise. So I think I'm cutting this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's my final 5. So I cut an Intimidate or an Intercept. It's whether or not I value Vulnerable or Reinforce. I think I value Vulnerable more than Reinforce. Second Vanishing Copy isn't bad, though. Oh, I need to add a Howl. I have a to-do list here from yesterday's notes. I need a Howl on Magnus and a Fanaticism on Otis. So you can search Howl just by Vulnerable here. So Carnage is something that's nice because it's a good Vulnerable applicator for single target specifically. It is kind of rough on the AoE side of things, but there's only so much AoE you can do. So I'm going to add this Howl. And Otis needs a Fanaticism. We'll do this one for now, but we'll probably go to the yellow before we leave town, because I should have the shards to do so. What is Otis's final 5 looking like? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nope, that's not a 5. Can I afford a Sanctuary? Oh, Uary. There we go. I can't upgrade it. Probably worth the thing taken. I'm going to check the other decks first. I could probably cut one of these Inner Fires. What would I add instead? Probably a Holy Blast. Because he all plays around Bless, and so it's Holy Smites or Holy Blast are really the only two ways to stack or monopolize on the Bless. I am having mana issues on him because I cut the Fanaticism. So maybe I just add in another Flash and cut an Inner Fire. That's probably the way to go. Because I am drawing more cards now with Cornelius. So put in a Flash, cut an Inner Fire, because these were starting to hurt me pretty bad, and I was having to cycle through really fast. And now with just 2 of them, plus my Heat Surge, not Heat Surge, Arena Champion. Arena Champion's too powerful. I start with 2 from the gloves. I get 3 from the Lava Crystal every turn. So I'm at 5, 6, 7. So I just need 1 Inner Fire to get me to cap. So maybe I cut 1 more, but that's assuming I can draw my whole hand, which right now I can't. Cornelius, if he gives me 1 scroll, which turn 1 is average, maybe 2 scrolls. So I get 1 Inspire from the Fountain Pen, 1 Inspire from the scroll itself, and maybe 1 from this tome that I'm about to flip to the other side. So 3, so I can expect Reggie to draw 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm 1 card short, so I'm going to draw basically all but one of my cards every time. So I'm almost guaranteed to draw both of these. Maybe it's okay if I cut one of them. We'll see. Pardon me, we're going to have a rough start here as my breathing catches up to sustainable levels again as well while I talk. Sorry, so we do lose a little momentum with me doing this on a different day, but I have a couple notes from the other day, and I'm just kind of readjusting to what everything was, where I was at. 1, 2. So if I upgrade this barricade, so I kept this barricade. Let me upgrade it. Now I can cut this intercept without a care in the world, because now I have AoE reinforce and a backup reinforce. Just to ensure that on turn 1, 2 I should get it. Also, Wolfguard is a source of reinforce, so I should be pretty covered on the reinforce side of things. I still like 1 repair armor just for the removing mark, because that stays relevant to everything other than like the last fight. And I keep counting to 5 because I would like to consistently draw every card that I want. And Cornelius is going to give me 1 Inspire to the team. So my team should be constantly drawing 6 cards. And so if I'm accounting for injuries, like I could plan on 6, but on my main hero, my main DPS, I'm going to plan on like the max amount of cards that I plan on getting. But everyone else, I'm going to make adjustments and leave room for 1 injury, because these supporting cast have the things like the Dispels that it's important they draw even if they have an injury in their deck from one of the enemies. So I'm going to plan on Otis and Magnus drawing 5 every time, and Cornelius 6, although Cornelius is only going to draw 5 the first turn. But with the Fountain Pen, he'll draw 5, plus 1 from the pen, plus another 1 from the pen. So he'll be drawing 7. So 6, 7, 6, and then 6 plus whatever scrolls I give. So 6, 7, 8, 9. So 9 cards is my plan. And these guys I'll plan on a final 5, a final 6, and a final 5. Hopefully that made sense. If you have any questions, please let me know. I do answer the comments. Let me know in the comments section, not in the chat section. So if I'm cutting 1 more card, it's probably an Intimidate, because I just have a mile of those, and everything else is better than it. There could be an argument to flip one of these Intimidates to blue. I probably should do that now that I have the Fountain Pen. And it would be either plan on 6 cards or cut the Repair Armor. With Entrench, you don't need to cast it every turn. You just need to cast it every other turn since it has 2 Fortify on it. So energy-wise, I should be able to maintain this. We'll just leave it where it's at now. I don't necessarily have to flip this Intimidate to blue until the final fight, so because most of the other fights aren't going to last long enough for me to care about that. Let's see. Cut some cards. Elemental Wards, not as important from here on out. Lightning is still an issue, but it's not nearly as bad as fire was in the case of what's going to kill me, so I'll probably cut one of these. We like the Scrolls of Intellect. I'll probably cut an Ice Lance. Yeah. And if I add anything else, I'm going to cut another Ice Lance here because I like the Ember Storms. And I'll adjust the numbers on these of how many vanish and don't vanish to how many cards are in my deck. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 is where we're at right now, which is exactly the number that we said I would draw. So I'll probably cut one of these just so I'm down to 6 so that I'm consistently drawing through injuries. Maybe I go without the injury plan. I don't know. I'm on the fence. I go back and forth on whether I count for injuries or not. Healing Rains are starting to become less and less powerful, especially if I add Sanctuary to this deck. It's still nice to have a source of regen, just so that you can have a steady source of healing that's affected by Bless, which I will have 100% on Reggie and currently on Otis with Sanctuary, which may or may not change in the future. So 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This one vanishes. I'm not consistently getting 10 energy anymore, so I'm getting 3, 4, 5, 6. That's actually really bad on my part. We'll see. Once I hit level 5, I'll be able to consistently cast all these, but I can't maintain this much. Maybe on the first round or two when I have Heat Surge and the starting 1 energy or 2 energy from the turn because I'm a healer. Because healers start with 5 instead of 4 in M16. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 10, 11. I probably should have kept the Fanaticism until the end of this act, but it'll be fine. I'll keep just the burning one, the vanishing one for now. So I think of the cards we mentioned, I think I want Sanctuary. Oh, I always go all these Sanctify spells. We'll just go Sanctuary. And then on Magnus, didn't I mention something? Sorry, the breathing is almost there, guys. It was Cornelius. I was thinking of adding something to Cornelius. Maybe an Ember Storm. I can do another Ember Storm instead of this Ice Lance. I could also be running Scorching. I don't think I can afford this anymore. Well, I can still afford it. Just something to do with this Combustion. Let's just stick with the Ember Storm for now. I'll do Ember. And then I will adjust the upgrades accordingly. I can speak words today. I think I'll keep the Elemental Ward over the Ember Storms for now, just because we're in Lightning Biome. So, I put Sanctuary on the wrong person. So what we're going to do here is, I'll be right back. Since I do recordings, you're going to see this in action. There is a way to back up your save files. And since this is an early access and I'm doing recordings, I don't feel bad about it, but I made oopsies because I was talking to people. Oh, I was about to do this again. So this is Sanctuary. I do this every time. I do try to do the first 4 letters. We said Sanctuary. We said Howl. Upgraded the Barricade. I said Ember Storm. said flash. I do want to keep one healing rain. Oh, I said fountain pen. Cornelius, fountain pen. Didn't I have one extra card in here? Fanaticism. Fanaticism. Healing rain. Because at this point, now that I have unwavering faith and I'm about to get double bubble, like these, it's really important that I be getting into defenses. I also have defense mastery, so these defenses are costing less. So barriers are going to be the last thing I cut. Some of them will make it to the final fight, but these healing rains will not make it to the final fight. Neither will the detoxify, but detoxify is fairly good in this biome, depending on what path I take. I'll probably go down to the spider lair, but I could be convinced to go up to the fisherman. They're both fairly equal. Cut a repair armor. Upgrade, upgrade. So let's do the upgrades now before I forget. Upgrade, upgrade. Still cutting some cards here. I got rid of the intercept because I now have reinforce here. I'm going to try the blue push forward for now. I might switch that to yellow if I have bad experiences with it. I guess it's just an intimidate. I like intimidate. As you can tell, it's just a good card. Vulnerable is good. Vulnerable is good. If I had more piercing howls, though, these intimidates wouldn't be nearly as impactful. Cut the ice lances and an elemental ward. And then let's just go with -1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He needs 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 7. So let's go. We said 6, so one of these needs to vanish. Otis, we can't upgrade this. We could upgrade this. 210. I think that's where we're spending our shards. Yep. Bam. Alright. So I think everyone is set. Gold. I still have more gold. Seashell amulet. Sure. Right. That was the other thing we bought. And then pets. Do we have enough for Asmodee? We do have enough for Asmodee. Is it worth it? Random monster. Mark and slow and fire. Probably worth it. I don't necessarily want the flamey because I might accidentally silence myself in Act 4. And I'd rather silence myself when I want to, which is not as important until I have like the Scorching Ray and I could triple hit it. But I just don't want to be stuck with flamey when that time comes. So yeah, let's get Asmodee. And we are spent and ready to go. Map-wise, I do have an extra node here, so going up to, so I could go down here through the battlefield, and that's basically what I'm going to do no matter what on this current run, just because I'm trying to go for the more nodes, more experience, more fights, because all these things make you stronger. The faster you get experience, the sooner you level up, the easier the fights become, and the more fights you have, the more rewards you get, so the stronger, the higher chance of better rewards. So the longer the path, the stronger you get. So zigzag through here, get a boat, and I could either get a boat and go up this way. Gets me a boon here at the lightning runes, does a boss fight, and then I go down here to this, or I can go through the creeper bridge to this tough choice, which I can get a fight, and go through this area. So I guess I'll just compare the nasties here. That's a Siren and Grig or something like that. I don't remember his name. Some weird name. Stormbringer and Spellbinder. Graham? We know how much we like Graham, right? Celsius ain't so bad. This fight looks super deadly. I don't want to do it. Well, maybe not super deadly. And unfortunately, I can't click into the spider lair to see what's in the spider lair. It's actually something I've been meaning to bring up. That's not a Colin, and Ariel's not the worst. Ariel being the champion here, and Colin being, if that was a seahorse champion, it would be Colin. Celsius is perfectly fine. This fight's fine. That's mild. I just have to worry about saving my front line. The two guys apply a lot of mark, the two demons, but otherwise not so bad. This one's pretty rough, and this one's pretty rough. I don't know if the Graham change is live yet, but he's gonna get a change on when he can cast Spellbinding. This fight's pretty obnoxious. Just any fight that has a seahorse in general. I just don't know whether I want to go to the Fisherman or the Spider Lair. Item-wise, I don't think I need anything from either. So we'll just go to the Spider Lair, because I need more practice going that route anyway. So, would I like an upgrade altar or remove cards? Well, you know, those are two things I did in town. So, probably not. This is a super mundane one, though, so I'll take it just for funsies. We'll do remove a card just in case I get a reward that I want to then replace something with my deck with. Yowl. And all the intimidates. So I need to kill the spider first because I am a holy DPS team. Holy DPS teams do not like Mind Trick. Unfortunately, yes, it is going behind Reggie. So unless it gets sped up, I should be able to try to one-shot it. And I'll even jump, like, I'm going to waste 2 vulnerable here, but I need to kill the spider. And then this guy hits the front line pretty hard. And this is all frontline stuff. But I have repair armor here, which I don't really need to give anywhere, so I'll just put it to myself. Lots of energy for the things. Give her some poison. Sanctuary because it's good. Followed up by prayer because we're just going easy mode here. I don't know. Sure. We'll just put it back here for the self-harm man. Six, 7, 8. 6, 7, 8. So that's working out okay. We said Holy Smite last. Purple Smite last. So spider. 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 I don't know if I'm going to kill it. Oh no, it's got to live. Cornelius getting shackled is unfortunate. There's the courage on everyone. Yep, everyone's above 50% damage, which means I'm doing half damage. No bueno. Here we go. See, if Cornelius had got first, that would have been a dead spider. Flame. Usually these two are the two taking the most heat from the flame chick, so Insulate can go to Cornelius because he lights himself on fire anyway. Everyone looking super healthy. A little bloody, but super healthy. See, I could have put the Insulate here. It's fine. It's fine. Amnesia. Not annoying in the slightest. I can get rid of a Shackle, I can get rid of Vulnerable, or I can get rid of some Bleed. I think Shackle and Bleed is what I want to get rid of. And I only get one use out of it, but the fight's not going to go for too many shuffles, so I'm willing to use it now. Scroll of Intellect, what is he at? Oh shoot, did I not flip the book? This is not supposed to be a blue Tome of Intellect. This is supposed to be a yellow Tome of Intellect. I'm not going to restart for it. If I were playing by myself and I didn't like... If I wasn't wasting people's time going back and doing it, I would go back and do it right now because that should be a yellow Tome of Intellect. But I forgot in the reset to do that. I can draw a card. I'm at 10 powerful, so I don't need to do the one that hurts me. 9, not 10. So, yeah, I'm having energy issues. I may have screwed that up. So I'm just going to go for whoever's got the lowest resists, which is Spider. Just because they still have courage on them, and I can't get through the courage very well. Should have put more flashes in before I drew. Nope. I could have cast them, but I'll just save the energy for next turn. Enrage. The good howl. Now everyone's actually in more manageable. I'm not going to waste that. So the nice thing about Entrench is that when you start getting shackled and slow, now it doesn't matter as much because everyone has Fortify. So your AoE block spells are now having impact when they didn't before. Six. Yeah, I needed to keep that fanaticism for one more act. Oh. Let's just try to kill her off. Cornelius might have a little bit of fire here, maybe a combustion, and she's got high fire resist though, so that's not going to happen. And Amnesia, our favorite card. Alright, so they're all dead next turn. So we're in the booger zone. I'm going to blame part of that on that really bad book being the wrong direction, honestly. It's gonna take me a minute to get over that because it's a big hit to my productivity. The blue tome is not nearly as powerful. Unless you're running some Eve shenanigans, and even then, debatable. Hopefully there aren't any confusion on which spells and why. I've done a lot more explaining in the first act or second act on what cards and why. 6, so it's still not enough to do a storm and a smite. Hopefully there's a combustion in Cornelius' future. I guess I'm in the booger zone either way, so we're going to give Otis a turn. He's burning out, so we're just going to give Otis all the scrolls. And 10. Look, we're out of cards because I didn't give Otis any more cards, and I needed to dispel that decay. Man, I'm on top of my game! You can tell I'm not frustrated by the events of screwing up the town or anything. Bow, 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 bow. Another push forward. What would I get rid of if I kept the push forward? The barricade? Need the barricade. So what's this compared to the to the upgraded versions? Right, so grant 1 and I gain 2, so this is this version of it. Oh no, this is a unupgraded push forward, no bueno. Emberstorm, I'm probably not going to have more of these in my final. There's going to be a Scorching Ray here, and maybe a World in Flames, my talent card here. And this book is going to be flipped, and anything else, if I add it, is going to be books replacing Emberstorms, so I don't need any more Emberstorms. Hey, this is the remove cards, not the altar. If it had been the altar, I could have switched that tome. So we're going across the Creeper Bridge, which means if I were going north path, I would look and not steal. In which case, I would be able to have the Naga notes and go through the mural and get the boon. But since I'm going south, I'm going to steal things and get an extra fight from these guys later. Warband I already have. Shadow Cloak don't need. Maybe I could put it on Cornelius. I could put it on Cornelius. That's fine with me. I don't know if Corn starting stealth is going to ruin anything for me, but just 10 resists is what I'm looking for. And yeah. Mainly the reason I steal them from them is to have an extra combat later on. And since I'm not needing the boat, I'm going to do the fight them both for the bigger combat. I don't know if that has any effect on experience. I think it does. Going for whoever has the most holy resist, so that's guy in the back. Going to bring him down to the line of everyone else. And looking at push forward, giving the 2 to my team is making a difference sometimes, but not enough. Like, this team just in general is very slow, so it's hit or miss on whether or not it's having a big enough effect. This is an assassin, so I need to put reinforce in the back line, and yep, we're done. Oh, yay, the Tome of Intellect, that makes me happy. Don't mind me, I'm not bitter. Meow. Oh, fire shield needs to go away when I'm not playing self-burn as well. So that's stuck in the deck a little longer than it should have been. Rain, go away. See, detoxify, very good for this biome, very good. Sure. Probably didn't need to do that, but when you can, you do. I just spent all my time healing up, but that sets me up for a possible Sanctuary, Protect from Evil, Unwavering Faith turn next turn. So this fire before the other one, and I'm already at max bless, so I should have done this one. It's fine, I'll still do it anyway. 7 energy, 6, 8. I'm always 1 shy, so we're gonna flash pretty early. If I draw a storm, that's 4, so I can do the purple smite. Let's do a regular smite. Purple smite it is. Let's go back guy just because he hasn't taken a turn yet. Another free smite, and then we'll try to draw our storm. Play the storm. And keep flashing back, dude. What I really need on Reggie is a chalice or a hammer. That way I can get more bless or more sanctify going faster. Trench and barricade, everyone's super healthy. Wolfguard, who's in the most trouble? I think this is all frontline. Purging my block, yep, right there it is. And then resistances, back guy and front guy have the most, so we'll go back guy and front guy. And then most health guy. Yep, that should be pretty good. Maybe I should have marked this guy because he was going stealthy. Oops. It's okay, I don't think I'm killing them this round, so it's not going to matter as much. And now they all have mitigate. Yeah, the wrong one. 10 cards, 9 energy. Should be a good turn. We'll see. You've got insulate. I need insulate. You need insulate. There we go. Pop. So we're not getting to the max burn stacks yet. That'll be, I mean, with this version and with my current equipment and gear and stuff, it's I'm trying to find the levels and traits. That's what I'm looking for. World in Flames will help a lot with the burn stacks, and then Wildfire, of course, is going to be the capper for getting burn stacks Esepe. So detox, draw first. Faith, Sanctuary, Protect. We're all in beautiful places. Nothing bad will ever happen to us ever again. Now it's just up to Reggie to pick it up the pace a bit here. I really need to keep that other fanaticism. I've said it a couple times. I'll say it again. Ooh, I have a draw here. So, smite. Smite. Check, see what storm will kill. 80, so it's still not going to kill him yet. Fanaticism, just get that more smite power going. He's dying to burn. People are going before him though, so we'll finish him off. Yes, I might find a flash. Yeah, I'm willing to do this. Although maybe I should save that energy for next turn because I'm having energy issues. Yes. Entrench or push forward. I still have Fortify stacks, so I'll just go Entrench Barricade. By Entrench Barricade, I mean push forward Barricade, because that's the cards that I played, not the words that I said. I also needed to remember in making the number of cards in Magnus's deck, I have Proficient, so I can increase that by 1. I may not keep Proficient, but as long as I have it, I should plan around it. Not doing enough damage for me to care, so let's just Emberstorm away. None of these really matter. So once this Sanctuary is upgraded, the Fanaticism in Otis's deck will have more value. Because right now, upgraded Sanctuary is what the 5th card will be. 8, so Smite, Storm. Up to 40 Bless, so I'm starting to actually do damage. Problem is they've been having Mitigate as well, so that's been slowing me down. Really? So we didn't quite make it to... Nope. Didn't make it to excellent. But we're in the green zone. We're fine. Reapply the Fortify, and yeah, we're super healthy. You can tell I'm lacking a little bit on the damage department compared to the defensive department. I'm a little defense heavy at the moment, but it's kind of just how the power cycle hit. You know, you actually could get away with a mana gem. Just because I have 2 combustions. And this not upgraded to the 2 cost really hurts my mana department. Just because it's upgraded already is one of the biggest reasons I'm thinking about it. So I'll take it. I may regret it later, but I think I'm quite happy with it. Golden Bell. I will accept. This does trigger off of Otis's passive. Off the when you shield, you heal. So I have a chance to actually play a Bless. Now, it only works if people are injured. So there's that. I don't have any weapon here, so I might as well put Mystic Staff for now. So I get a little powerful faster. Doesn't really do much else. +1 damage isn't bad. And then I'd rather Veteran Armor over this Shadow Cloak. And we're good. So I'm going to go here. I'm not going to take the boat. I just want more nodes for more score for practice. Do I need to remove a card from a deck? No. If I'm going for score, I'd do it just because I can. Showing a video. I'm not interested in showing corruptors in this video. I'm just kind of going through the motions of the act. Showing the fights, kind of card decisions and deck decisions. Not so much, hey, let me show you the hardest difficulty kind of stuff. Who needs to get resistances down? So we're going to go front guy and second guy. Hit points and resistances were the reasons there. No assassins, but I think this guy can hit middle with some physical damage. Yeah, right here, random. Yeah. Should have done it on the back. I also had sight on these people, so maybe I should have read their cards. But, yeah. Yeah, that's going to bother me every time I see it, y'all. Every time I see it. Just the math on it is not the same. at the moment. The more I heal Reggie, the better, because of Bless. So now Reggie will scale a lot faster, now that I have both Sanctuary and the Golden Bell. So hopefully we see better things out of him. He has been kind of lacking. Immune to Sanctify. What a jerk. There's no Sanctify in this one, so I'll be up front. Probably could have killed something, but I'm not worried about my defenses. So I'd like to just try to kill out the elite because they have the more dangerous cards. Yowl, Trench, Push. So you can see I have it all timed out so that I can basically cast everything I want with my current setup. And I wish I could mark this guy right here, but Mosquito is going after Reggie. This might be a problem. So the push forward is actually hurt me this round. If I were to play this correctly, push forward was the wrong call. So I have to try to burn it down and get a storm. So I could just combust this. I'm going to combust this just to increase the chances of hitting the Mosquito. Nope, no such luck. So I would heal Reggie to try to get Bless on him, but he wasn't injured, so it would not have triggered the on-heal portion of that. Okay, so I need to find the Storm. Alright, and I need to get max Bless before I do so, but, oh, I have Fanaticism, I'm fine. So, Fanaticism, there, there. And this is the best Storm I'm going to have. Will it kill the Mosquito? Yes, Mosquito's dead. Ta-da! Urpal Book of Nightmares would be nice if I was running either Nez or Maluka. That's it's pretty cool to put give them some nightmares. Divine Power. I might run this just to jumpstart the Bless on Reggie. It's a little mana intensive or a little energy intensive, but I think I can manage it. It's not upgraded though, which is kind of why I'm hesitating. But the upgrade, all it does is do one more of each stat, so this is still pretty good. The problem is the Powerful's wasted because Reggie's getting to max Powerful on his own, basically. And it's just the 4 Bless, and I'd rather cast a lot of other spells than Divine Power right now, just for 4 Bless. Desperate Prayer is only single target. The speed manipulation is pretty nice. But 4 for 5 Vitality versus 4 for 12 Vitality. Yeah. If I were to pick up Desperate Prayer, it would be because I wanted to manipulate the speed of my team. But this team, I'm not as worried about that. I can never remember what this is. So, kill them without opening. It gives you the Merciful Boon. And then I think these other 2 give you combats. Kill them to open the loot, I think gives you the loot and then the combat. And then opening it gives you the combat and then the loot. I don't know. It's an experiment. 104 experience. I think the top one gives you more experience, and then also gives you the combat. And like I said, the combat is where most of your rewards are coming from, because you get more loot options. Front. And let's just give an eyeball to all of them. Reggie! That just gives more room for me to heal Reggie. Maybe I should give some cards to Otis, just so that he has more options to heal Reggie, but I think he'll be fine. Just for the Dispel and the Decay is really what it is. But honestly, the Decay's kind of working in my favor, so that I can heal him more often. I'm probably still going to get rid of it, but just a thought experiment. Like maybe the answer is not Dispel the Decay. It's Dispel the Decay or Unwavering Faith. I think Dispel the Decay is the answer. Yeah, 13 Bless is a good jump start. I would like to draw some cards. Need to draw some more cards. I have Fanaticism. So let's go with Cheapy Smite. And this, remember, this group doesn't have any elites, so it's actually way on the easier side. Taking a target out of the fight, usually a good idea. I still want to spread the love as much as possible, but if I can spread it and kill one, that's usually the happy medium I go with. So that I'm not like wasting too much of my AoE by only killing one target, but I am reducing the damage intake by killing one target. This does more damage and more burn. I think it's about 6s on which order is better to play in. And we're super healthy, so I can give everything to Reggie. So I'm going to do this first, and then the Fanaticism just to buffer it away. And I can't heal anyone. I should get him out of my deck, though. I'll get one out of my deck. Because remember, I only have a final 4 cards. So... I has all my cards. Storm. Draw Storm. Nothing in there caught my eye. Let me know if something caught your eye and you want me to explain why I didn't pick it in les comment section, so I can answer at a future date. So you see, I've leveled up before I even entered the lair. That's good. If I went the north path, odds are I'd level up right before the boss, because this path is a little less. This is less experience. Did I get any loot? I wasn't paying attention. I did not get loot. So the second option does not give loot. The fourth one does, and I think you still get a combat for the fourth one. So I think the right answer is the fourth one. I have to go back and check my I don't have my research in front of me. There's certain things I always do that. I have this nervous habit of, not really nervous habit. This I click a lot, as you may have noticed, and that gets me in trouble with clicking on things that I don't need to. So, random purge, fastest hero, and these I think are randoms and fronts. So we'll just do a little love here. Yeah, randoms and fronts. That looks about right. Everyone's slowed and marked. Some people are shackled. Otis Shackle is not good for my turn order because Reggie will not get the bless from getting healed from the golden bell. So if I had a way to remove it, I would, but I can't. I think we're going to go to Otis. Because Reggie's not going to have a good turn. Because, I don't know, maybe if I given it Reggie, I could have gotten the Siren, but I just don't. I forgot I added Holy Crusader recently. I should have given it to here. What is this, 4 uses? I think the right answer is still to do it. I think it's this, though. I think I play Storm last. So let's Flash, Smite, Flash, Storm. Yeah. So, also, I had Fanaticism. Oops. Yeah, I forgot that we leveled up. There's a lot to be said about that level. Double Bubble Sanctuary, I think that's where we're at. We'll go Unwavering Faith, Double Bubble Sanctuary. Now, what I should have done, yeah, I'm going to heal him too much, is to eke out a little more Bless. I could have done some barriers on Reggie before doing the Sanctuary, which gives more Bless, so that I could eke out more Bless. Who needs to speed up? Otis is super duper slow. I can't get the shackle off of Magnus. I can't get the shackle off of Otis. So really the only option here is... That didn't do anything. Okay, yeah, I know how to play this game. Everyone's got pretty significant sources of shield. I need buffer on Reggie so he doesn't get silenced, and some health on Reggie because he has the lowest health. And you can see what Sanctified does for their resistances. Like, just... That's one of the strongest parts of the Holy Crusader is the resistances part. Who's on fire and taking a turn later? No one that is going to take any damage. Let's try to finish him off by drawing the Storm. Probably should have found a way to get rid of that evasion. There. Just one evasion left. Need to draw the Storm. There's the Storm. So I got 10, so I can smite Storm. I'm at 30 Bless. Yeah, I'm just trying to see if I could flash first, but smite, 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 Storm. Ta-da! Alright, I actually have chat open today, and I'm kind of looking at it occasionally. Sorry, guys, that I'm not right on top of it. Priest card draw card. We're talking about the Expected Prophecy. I don't have enough energy to be casting that. It's good for if you have lots of extra energy lying around. I would like to tell them that's their fault, and so they attack me. Wolfguard. So we got front nicely here. So fronts, some yowling, and see, if I'd been smart, I would have howled first instead of the Wolfguard because this barricade would have given a random inspire. Let's just go with whoever's got the most hit points back here. Yeah. Oh, upgraded Anthem. So the defense card. So for Otis, it costs 1 less. The Anthem of Hope is base 2 cost, applies 1 Inspire to everyone. But as you can tell, Inspire is not really an issue I'm having right now. I'm drawing all the cards I want to, and even more because of Fountain Pen. So I would say, depending on your build, is whether or not you're running what your Inspire source is. If you don't have an Inspire source, Anthem of Hope is a decent one. Not one I would often run unless it's on Otis or Nez. Nez because he gets a bonus to the Inspire at the very late game, and Otis because it's cheaper. Bleed. I want to remove Bleed here. You're going to Sharpie it off. I'm not going to, so I'm going to do this here. And I will double bubble a Prayer Protection without any sort of regret. So it's just every team needs some sort of Inspire and Energize to be super efficient, and my team does not need any more Energize. And I'd rather have Otis spend his time putting Bless on folks and just overall healing in general. And Otis in particular, the one reason I don't go Anthem on Otis ever is because of Unwavering Faith. it applies courage, and the Anthem of Hope is courage and inspire, so I'm only getting half the equation, and since I don't need the other half, there's no reason for me to run it. All right, let's see if I can turn one this. Psha! 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 Yeah. No elites. I had lots of Bless and Sanctuary, Inspire. And Holy Crusader. Yeah, it's a card. Alright, here we go. I'm going to injure myself. Ah. Okay, good. No one broke bones. We're good. We're good. Magnus, Titanfall. No. Monster deals damage decay. Immune to decay and dark. Sure, I could take it. Do I want to? Not really. Like I said, I'm not in the mood to do Corruptors this video series. Just so that I have more room for making mistakes and babbling at people instead of... So I could speed everyone up. If I give +4, that gets to 16s. So if I don't get a Howl... If I get a Howl, I'll do push forward. If I don't get a Howl, I won't. Holy resists. Lava elementals are somehow immune to Holy. Okay, I did not get the Howl, so I will just entrench. And this is... They're going to purge my block. I probably should have Wolfguard. If I'd seen the purge block... If I had seen the purge block, I would have done that differently. Mooger. Mugger? I'm going to go with Mooger. It's like Mowgli? I don't know. How would you pronounce that? Let's see if we can give Reggie a good turn. Nope. If this was Yellow Book, I'd have +1 more Inspire on everyone right now. 100 something damage right now? Yeah, get him. Double Bubble Sanctuary is the plan. I could even throw in an Unwavering Faith. Doing this one just for some block on the I hurt myself kind of guy, and then this to even out the shield on everyone. I need to draw the storm, but I need a smites first. Yeah, this will be fine. So I just kind of want to even out the damage here. I think this, and then a bunch here. Oops, I forgot about the storm. I'm going to draw the storm right now, aren't I? Okay, good. No storm. Alright, next turn they should all die to Le Storm. Alright, who doesn't have 10 vulnerable? We're all sitting on pretty good numbers of vulnerable, so there we go. And there's that injury in the deck that I was talking about that I have everyone have one less card requirement. Reggie somehow did not get slowed. Did I purge it somewhere I wasn't paying attention? So I don't need the powerful. What does this draw me? I don't know. So I'm not at max bless, so it's actually probably better for me to flash once, get the free smite, smite, and storm. And Cornelius is going to have to finish him off. Unfortunately, that's a lava elemental. I should have done one more damage here because Cornelius is going to have trouble killing that. But if there had been the better turn order, we wouldn't run into this problem. Yeah, see, so I'm in the green zone because I buggered that. Somehow I got that turn order mixed up. I really need armor to slow Reggie down. I need to give him something that has -1, -2 speed so that I can not run into this oops, he accidentally had slow, like everyone else had slow on them kind of issue that I just ran into. Lava Elemental is not even burning down because he's immune to burn. I don't want to poison. Just pressing cards for the sake of pressing cards. Yeah, see, buffer did the job. I don't know if you saw that, but that buffer was taken away. Get him. Fight fire with fire. And honestly, this is another fight where the scroll the wrong direction. Ooh, Scorching Ray, yes please. The scroll being the wrong direction really is hurting Cornelius's deck. Reginald does not need Celestial Brilliance. 7 cost. No, thank you. I don't need a heal. This is the easiest thing I will ever run into. This doesn't slow me down in the slightest, so. Valiant. Spider needs to die. And Shake It Off is unfortunately the worst card to have in your opening hand as Magnus because you never have anything. I mean, there's a couple fights where you have something to dispel because the enemies went first, but those are rare. World in Flames, Hell Flame. Don't have any flames. This Elemental Ward is no longer required. Like, once I have the super defensive stuff on these two, this Elemental Ward needed to get cut. I don't remember what I cut instead of it. Like, Ice Lance would almost be better. Like, if I had an Ice Lance right now, I could put this spider behind Reggie. So, Ice Lance is probably better than Elemental Ward right now. It's just where we're at. So, I do have World in Flame and Hell Flame. So, I kind of want a Scorching Ray. Detox, see what I draw. Who needs buffer? Buffer back here. So I'm going to just double bubble at the end of my turn and have it ready for next turn. Dispel is not worth my energy. Unwavering Faith for these barriers. Sure. Let's just get everyone on higher health totals. And give some courage. Double bubble at the end. That's what I said I was going to do. I would like to Holy Crusader, yes, before Spider puts up Courage defenses. I do have a draw here, so I do need to check for if I draw a Storm. Yeah, there's a decent chance. So let's put a Smite here. I should have flashed first, because whatever. No Storm. This guy does not have a heal, does he? Okay, so he's not going to heal the spider, so I can let the spider burn out. That's something you gotta remember to check for. Maybe I can just kill this guy. Why give your opponents a turn if you don't have to? As you can see, Scorching Ray, like Cornelius is now applying like considerable fire stacks with an actual fire spell finally in his deck. Because before now, I didn't give him one. 6, I can cast everything. Do 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 do. The world is on fire! See, now I can add a Holy Fire to Reggie's deck and get decent use out of it, because I'm getting to the hundreds fairly well. We had a double bubble, so Sanctuary is the way to go. I'm really just wasting my time if I do anything more, so... because these are all dead. And as you can see, I don't need all the inner fires anymore because of the... or actually, what I need to do is get rid of these gloves. He needs slow down armor and an actual weapon. That's my goal for Act 4 town. So, this is the good last stand. But I don't know if it's a good enough last stand. Because the only defense cards I can draw with it right now are Push Forward, Entrench, and Repair Armor. And the only one that actually gives me any sort of discount is on Entrench, and it's only a 1 energy discount for the most part. Because this is 5 reduced to 4 and 4 reduced to 3, so... if I were planning on getting anything else in my deck, this would be a good pickup, but I'm quite happy with this deck right now. And another purple book. Another Nightmares. Sadly, that's for a different team. I don't know the difference between these two per se, other than the fact that Cornelius can light the eggs on fire, which is fun. No elite, so this is a recovery fight. Another reason why you can maybe take some of the other fights harder before now, like the corruptors and such. Meow, it doesn't matter where I put this. Let's put on Corn because he's on fire. Everyone's on fire, but Corn more so. Do, 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 do. Gotta play a book to draw a card. Sure, I will double... Whoops, I had to draw a card. Well, you can tell I screwed up, but that's okay. Like I said, recovery fight, I'm not really worried. It would have been really nice to have 2 sets of Sanctuary Bless on Reggie right now, because you'll see the difference. The last couple of fights, I've had the Bless from Otis. I don't even have Holy Storm here. I don't have the Holy Crusader. Oh, man, that didn't even kill him. I'm not even going to do this flash. I don't want to draw a Holy Crusader. He's going to get the courage off. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. I only played this completely wrong in like 3 different dimensions. Caught myself daydreaming about other things that I needed to do that I've been pushing off, so I may have gotten distracted and pressed all the wrong buttons. But we will make up for it by making everything be 10 vulnerable. 8 vulnerable, because they're taking their turn. Do, 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 do. Can you say fighter? As you can see, Cornelius does not need many spells to be a firebug with the left side talents. Just making sure I don't leave this fight anything other than 100% pristine healthy, because recovery fights, your goal should be leave at 100%. Urple Blood Rage, 2 energy. I'd rather intimidate someone. It is a skill, and I am drawing through my deck fairly well. I have missed there's been a couple turns where I wish I had a little more energy. So I'm tempted. Don't get me wrong. I'm super tempted. What is it going to mean for me in the long run? I don't know. I'm not going to ever add another Entrench. Like, this is... If I get another Piercing Howl, that's what I'm looking for. More Enrages, just to draw more consistently. And that's the thing. This Blood Rage doesn't help me draw consistently. I'd rather just have more cards, not more energy, because if I'm lacking the energy, all I miss out on is an Entrench. Everything else... Like, I compare... Like, my worst draw is Entrench, Howl, Wolfguard Valiant, and Push Forward, right? Or Shake It Off. Sorry, Shake It Off instead of the Howl. Yeah, that'd be a really crappy draw. Wolf, Valiant, Shake It Off, Trench. And I wouldn't be able to play all of it, and I wouldn't have any draw. I would have a draw. I'd play Shake It Off to draw a card. And just randomly discard one of those. So, yeah, I don't think I want the Blood Rage, because that just makes my... I'm considering it. Yeah, because the only time I'd ever want the Blood Rage is if I had Entrench plus a lot of other stuff. And I'm okay not casting the Entrench that turn. So, we don't need this. Do not need another Scorching Ray. We already have an upgraded one. So, I'd rather just draw that every time. Hello, Spider Queen. I will burn everything to ashes. Let's go some enraging, some yowling, some entrenching and yowling. Magnus, job done. Everything at 9 and 10 vulnerable. Yes, they take their turn, which is unfortunate. But, I mean, it was going to be a thing anyway with her casting the things. Did they just dispel it all? No, this one's got vulnerable. Why this one has vulnerable? They all have vulnerable. I just wasn't looking. Okay, we're good. Dum 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 dum. Let's draw a card first. Maybe I get World in Flames. Nope. The world is on fire. I would like to get to that decay, but it's super down there. I think Unwavering Sanctuary is probably stronger than the other options. I think I'd rather get the poison off myself. So let's go Unwavering and Sanctuary. Although maybe another heal. So if I had skipped on the Unwavering, I could have done one extra heal on Reggie, and he was low enough that I could have gotten a little more bless on him. So there is that argument. So right now these Interfires are just cantrips. I don't need the powerful from them. 7, so we'll go with... I only have to hit main chick because she's the only thing that is stopping me from ending the fight. Also, it's just the fact that everything else is dead. Does she heal him? I don't think she heals him. She got rid of all my bless. That's an issue, but we'll just have Cornelius light her on fire and combust her. Except for Cornelius is paralyzed. Sad Cornelius is sad. And there's not a way for me to rearrange the order because we're all shackled. So, small ordering issue. If I had done that in a better order, I could have had one more Inspire. If I'd played a Vulnerable first, an Intimidate first to trigger my Proficient. Alright, Mr. Paralyzed has already taken his turn and is still paralyzed. I could remove the shackle off of Magnus, I guess. Is what we're going with here. And give some Bless and Barrier. I should have Fanaticismed. There's no reason not to have, but it's okay. Go away. Her Purging Bless, though, really, really neutered the damage. Ugh. Dum 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 dum. So I want to cast as many defenses as possible to get more Inspire going. So we will do that. Sure, Reggie can have the defenses. For buffer, that's more important to the stasis Cornelius than anyone else. I keep removing it from myself over Reggie because it's okay if Reggie is lower on the hit points, so I can heal him and give him bless, and because if we're gonna end if the fight's gonna end on this round, it's gonna end on Reggie's turn, so the poison won't affect him. The small little things. Alright, taunting spiders. Not enough energy for Holy Storm because my mana battery has been trapped in the paralysis. Sad. Sad DPS is sad. Come on, Cornelius. Do your job. As you can tell, just that one round of Purging Bless and paralyzing me means it took me 3 more rounds to finish this combat, so status effects are a thing. Is she going to paralyze again this round? I can't remember. Woo! Good thing we had buffer. I would like... Man, I really... The moment I can change this tome to the correct version, I'm going to be so happy. Alright, Reggie's actually going to have a decent turn now again. I have a redraw here, but it's just double Smite Storm, so... Smite. There could have been an argument to Storm first, I guess, but... It is what it is. Ta-da! Enrage. Scroll of Intellect or Flash Freeze. That's actually a really hard one for me right now to decide on. So my final deck is going to be a Scorching Ray and Combustion. And as many scrolls as I can hold. How many scrolls can I hold? With the Fountain Pen, that's extra 2 cards, so 7 cards. -1 for injury, so 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I could use another Scroll of Intellect. And that would be 9, 10. That would be 10 cards to Reggie every turn. So let's go with the Scroll. I like Flash Freeze, but we're going to go with the Scroll. Ooh, more draw for Reggie. Probably don't want it. So Venom Fang for sure. For the charges, yeah, that sounds about right. Handbook, I'd rather draw cards than reduce the cost of them, and I think just vulnerable charges will be good all around. What else we got here? We got Seashell Ring. I mean, the question is, do I want powerful or card draw? I'd rather have card draw, but yeah. I don't like the Holy Book, but it's probably better than 50 gold. Choose the cost of a random skill in your hand until discarded. Nope. And did I say this was going to be the scary fight here? This is the hardest one I got. Remove a card? Sure. 35 Holy Resistances? No, thank you. If I was going for score, I might still skip it because this means a much longer fight just because Sanctify only caps to 40, so they're always going to have positive resistances. Who am I killing first? The Stormbringer or the Aerial? Probably the Aerial. It's going to be harder, but more impactful. And this guy splashes to second place with physical damage, so reinforced to Cornelius. Yay, look, an injury. I thought he was supposed to splash. That guy chained. This guy chained. Okay, this guy chained. This guy jumps. So, reinforced was useful anywhere. I would like to draw some cards. I probably should have done the tome because I actually wanted some more for Reggie this turn, but it's fine. World in Flames, Ember Storm. What's she doing this turn? Sea Curse. Yeah, that's not so bad. I do not have a card draw, so double bubble at the end of the turn. I think Magnus is the one in trouble most this round, so we'll detox here. This Healing Rain, you can see, is actually just a super dead card for me right now. And then I want to heal up the Reggie. Magnus, do you need love? Magnus is going first, so she should be fine. So we'll just give more bless to the register. Pig noises. Seven? Yeah, I have 7. Okay, so here, here, here. I have one more Holy Crusader, so that should kill her. Yeah, it's fine. Easy. Never a problem. Unless, of course, I had taken the Corruptor, in which case I wouldn't even been able to kill her, I don't think. 8, I can cast everything. I already did my skill, so it doesn't matter. Try to push off this Sea Curse, which I hear is actually going to stick around as a game plan. And I could probably save the Intimidate for another turn. Just want to make sure that Otis heals everyone up this round so that I am ready for the boss fight. I should have scrolled to begin with, but... Nine would be a good number to get him to. 9, we're good. And who are you going to spark? Me? It's fine. I do have double bubble in place, so let's get a Sanctuarying. I had decay on that whole time, but that's okay. Even though I'm not full health, the there's no reason for me to press buttons anymore. I need to stop just pressing buttons. We're way past full health with this vitality. Sheep. I want a my first add-on. If we're ever gonna add you know, mods to this game, I want the first one to be track pet kills. I would like a pet scoreboard on last hits for all my runs. Don't need more combustions. I do need a Holy Fire for Reginald. I need to remember that. I'm actually going to write that down because I'm going to forget between now and Boss Man. So, I need Reggie, Holy Fire, and I need to switch the book. I can't just begin to describe to you how many times I've forgotten to do that kind of stuff, even after I say it like the node before. Like, here, sticky note, right there. Bam. Yeah. I can't even see half my screen anymore. Let's see. Hatred is physical. Malice is elemental. No. Arrogance is elemental. PME. Mystical, elemental. Yeah, bottom is elemental. So, physical it is. Not the damage they do, but the damage they're resistance to. I'm not too worried about the DPS on this fight. I do need to make sure, keep an eye on spark stacks and poison stacks. The detoxify is going to help for the poison stacks, but I do need to spread some dispels around. Magnus with Sharpie should be able to keep himself healthy. It's the others I have to worry about. I think these hit front monster more than anyone else, but Reggie hurts himself. Not as much as he used to, but yeah. Magnus with Shake It Off and Sharpie is not going to need any help in that department. Just pressing the buttons. If I was really cared about my DPS, I would save Health Flame charges for World and Flame, but I find that a little buggy at the moment, and I don't care. And remember, all main DPS can have this function. You can have a Thul's that you set up to have a never-ending story turn, where you stack up a lot of stealth and then you do one big never-ending story. You can have a Cornelius that self-burns everything. You can have a... Can't really have a Maluka for the final boss, but up until the final boss, you can have a Maluka just delete the world. What else we got here? So I need to get some Sanctified and some Vulnerable in this back guy, but that's hard to do when they all taunt. You can have an Otis in Reggie's place just doing Solar Flare things. What's this? Solar Flare? My goodness. Like, no matter what, like, as long as you're funneling resources into someone, they're gonna look good. They're gonna be strong. Yeah, I got some Howl in the back line. Got 7, 4, 5, 6, 7. Cast everything. Buffer stacks, so I want to do this one, then this one. And who needs some blocking? No one's really taking much elemental damage. Otis is just a little low, so we'll give Otis some love. Detoxify yourself. Detoxify this one. Cast all the buttons. Who needs to dispel? Water? Yeah, let's give her some water. So you can tell everyone is super duper healthy. I don't care that they have all these debuffs on them. One, because Magnus really takes care of himself, and so the one dispel goes really far through these other three. And I have Insulate and Buffer from the one card. So everything's going to draw a card. So I can't really prevent my deck from shuffling unless I cast Vanish cards first. So yes. Vanish. 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 And I will redraw this Holy Storm. I should have drawn that Holy Storm. I will now redraw this Holy Storm. Need to get the buffer off this guy. I need to remember that for when I try to put vulnerable on it. But I don't have any more Intimidates. I may have made a mistake. It's fine, it's fine. He only has 8 Holy Resist. It's fine. Yowl. There's no way for me to apply. This is where the Carnage comes into play, and where I'd really like to have a Carnage in my deck, is because then I'd have the opportunity to actually cast Carnage, and that would hit 4 times with 4 debuffs. So I'd actually get through the buffer. Or sorry, twice with total of 4 debuffs. I guess we're just double bubbling prayer. And one way to not get lots of debuffs on yourself in this fight, you know, from like them stacking all these things on them, is if you kill them. If you kill them, they don't do things. Go figure. So give Reggie a good turn. I would rather have Cornelius hit the back guy than the front guy. Whoops. But I can't get to that point. Because of the taunt. So next turn, Cornelius will have a better shot at this back because just look at the resistances, minus 18 fire versus 71 holy. Like, it's only taking a third holy damage. So everything redraws itself. What do I want to cast twice? Probably a Holy Storm. I'm at max bless, so I can't cast the Holy Storm twice, so it doesn't matter. Maybe I should have done a flash. Nope, did not redraw flash. 4 buffer. Magnus can't get rid of any buffer because he's a dum-dum. He don't have no carnage. Where's that list? Come here, list. I can't afford all this. Carnage. Magnus. We'll see if I can afford all this. I don't think I can. We'll see. If I only had a brain. I want the Scorching Ray, so I need to try to draw the Scorching Ray. That's not a Scorching Ray. That's a big combustion, though. I accept the big combustion. Otis does this very powerful move called Le Pass. And then Sheep gets kill. No, not quite. Man, look at how little, look at how little. Itty bitty Reggie damage to the last Hydra because it has so much holy resist. More enrages, yes. More sanctuaries, yes. Let's make sure I'm not screwing this up here. Do not need no stinking encyclopedia, although encyclopedia is a lot of fun. Don't get me wrong. This is fun. And for support Cornelius, I'm tempted to try it, but it could just be anything. There's just so much stuff that it is a book. It is an innate book. I do have fountain pen. I am tempted. Sometimes you just hit some really bad duds, though. Discover 8, pick 2. Leroy! If I were going for a high-scoring run, I wouldn't do it just because of the variability of it. And you're, like, you can't not pick 2. So if there are 8 cards that you don't want in your deck, you have to put two injuries in your deck. So it's definitely a gamble. If I were playing, I don't see this being valuable in the current state of Sanctify stacks being capped at 40. If I were to play it, it would be the yellow. But for you to be doubling Sanctify stacks, this is if you watched the earlier videos, you know this argument, but I'm going to say it again. This is a card you want to play late because it's doubling Sanctify. Two hits against that. 1, it vanishes, and so I want to cast. I'm going to have to skip it the first time I see it. And 2, since they cap at 40, I'm not getting much for it. So the best time to use this is when it's at 20, when there's 20 Sanctify stacks, but that's still late in the rotation. It doesn't do enough base damage to warrant it. If restricted power were off, or if the Sanctify stacks were higher, I would consider it, because the problem is I'd have to skip it the first time I see it, so it has to be twice as powerful as the card it's replacing, and it's replacing Holy Storm. The non-vanish version, the Sanctify doubling really doesn't do anything in this restricted power 40 situation. So if there weren't restricted power, I'd probably run this one just for the final boss. But since I have restricted power, this does not equate to a Holy Storm in any way, and it would have to equate to 2 Holy Storms because I'm skipping it the first time I see it. And yeah, we're just about to pick up some items, and we're going to call it a day. Let's see. Powerful every turn is better than what I have right now. I would like to see something better. But for now, this is acceptable. I'm looking for Reggie items. I mean, the Hydra Egg. Maybe I just pick up the Hydra Egg because I plan on getting better armor, and I really don't need this armor because I'm getting the War Banner going on. Or I could replace War Banner with the Egg. Maybe that's the way to go. Because it doesn't matter that this is on a healer or not, because it already has +1 charges itself, and it's base 2, so it's the question is whether it's 3 or 4 regen charges, and 3 regen is just as good as 4. I think the Heart Amulet is better than the Seashell Ring, honestly. But I could be... I'll probably just keep the Seashell Ring, because 62 gold is probably worth it. No one's applying wet. So I could go Titan Gauntlets here and Hydra Egg here. What could I get in my accessory slot that I'm looking for? Power Coil here. I don't remember what I want for my accessory here. Cornelius accessory is probably more open, because if I get a Nullifier, it's probably going to go to Magnus, but Cornelius is a good second option. I'd rather just see something not Titan Gauntlets here. So let's just go Hydra Egg here for now, and a pass on everyone else. Act 3 boss rewards usually feel a little lackluster compared to Act 2 boss rewards, because they're the same rewards depending on whether you go there first or second. So the second boss you go to is always going to feel like, man, these rewards are a little less, because the guaranteed ones came later than the previous ones. Alright, that's all for this video. I might pick up the Act 4 here in a couple minutes, depending on how I'm feeling and if everything's going well, and I will catch you later. Peace.